How big would you dream if you knew you could not lose? What if it does work? What if what you said you wanted out of this year, what if what you said you wanted out of this life, you can actually go and get it? Because if you're like me, or how I thought for 10 years, it's every single time I thought of wanting something in the future. Every single time I said, you know what? It would be pretty cool to amass a following. It would be pretty cool to get a better body. It would be pretty cool to write my own book. You know what came in? The doubts, the negativity, all of the what if it doesn't work? Which is just completely holding people in bondage today. You think of doing something, and the first thought you think of is what if it doesn't work? I can promise you one thing right now. If you keep that same mindset, your life will stay the same. Shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. A lot of us are so scared of failing that we do not even try. You're so scared of what if it doesn't even work that you haven't even tried yet. Because people all around you, your parents, your friends, the rest of your family, any stranger on the internet is going to tell you that some things will not work. Some things are only for the gifted. Some things are only for the talented, but that is not what my God says. My God says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. If God is with us, who can stand against us? You have to realize something. When you have the cornerstone on your side, when you have the foundation on your side, when you have the creator of all things on your side, if he has called you to do something, the only person who's going to get in your way is yourself. The enemy can't get in your way. Your friends, your family, the TV, nothing else can get in your way if he has called you to do something. Which brings us back to one of the quotes that began to change my perspective on this. It's, will you be guided by faith, or will you allow your fear to overtake you? Because when we're thinking in the future for things, you know, that fear is just always knocking on the door. Sin is couching at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must master it. It is always going to be there for you. So you always get the choice for faith or fear. And both of them require you to imagine something that you cannot see. It takes faith for me to believe in my God. And it also takes faith to believe that I'm not going to be able to get it, that I will fail. Both of them, you have no concrete evidence that it's just going to randomly work out. But if you trust in the Lord, it will. You know, and as you build the relationship with God, you will actually see the concrete evidence in your own life. He's changed my life quite literally overnight. Addicted to everything you can imagine. Snap of the fingers. The second I said, God, I can't do it any longer. I need help. Snap of the fingers. Next day, game changed. So you need to understand that all of these people in your life who are telling you what you can and cannot do, what reasoning do they have to say that? What is their evidence that you can't do it? Have they done it? Have they tried it? Have your parents tried doing the thing they're telling you you can't do? Have your friends tried doing the thing that's impossible? Quote. Have you even tried? You know, when I quit my job, something that was just in the air with the people around me and with myself was, it is not going to be possible to survive. All you hear on the internet is the economy is crushing. You'll never be able to live by yourself ever again. Everything's getting more expensive. We'll never be able to survive this. And I started to listen to that fear. But the more I drew near to my God, the more that fear dissipated. Because love, perfect love, casts out all fear. Will you be guided by faith, or will you allow your fear to overtake you? Look at anything in your life. You get the option to say, maybe if I pursue social media, it will work. Maybe if I pursue going and creating my business, it will work. Maybe if I pursue opening my own church, it will work. Maybe if I pursue going to ask out that girl, it will work. Or you could look at the other way. And only one of those ways is ever going to help you, though. When my God calls me to do something, I get an opportunity to say, will I trust in the person, in the God, who every single time he's told me to do something, it's worked out? Or will I trust in myself? Will I lean on my own understanding when 9 times out of 10, if I go try something, I'm going to fail at it? And I know this because I was very stubborn before. I said, no, I'm going to try again. 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 Maybe if I drank more, I would be fulfilled. Maybe if I slept around more, I would be fulfilled. Maybe if I did anything nicotine related, I'd be fulfilled. Maybe if I went gambling more, I'd be fulfilled. And obviously, maybe if I watched more porn, I'd be fulfilled. And obviously, none of those ever fulfilled me. And yet I still tried over and over and over and over again until I heard the truth and the truth set me free. If you are looking to hear the truth, if you are looking to find bedrock in your life and you feel lost and you feel like you got nobody to rely on, I promise my God is a cheat code. I promise my God will never fail you. I promise my God will change your life overnight if you let him. And all of your dreams, all of your desires, they may change, but you will achieve them. My desires have changed. I no longer desire the same type of life I wanted before. And this life is infinitely better than that. But you have to realize that people in your life are going to tell you what is impossible no matter what you do. No matter whatever you try in life, they're going to point their fingers at you and say, that is impossible, you can't do it. That's impossible. You'll never be able to do that. That's only for a certain type of people, and I say that's a lie. I say every single bit of those statements are a lie because you have not tried them, nor have they tried them, so they're basing this conclusion that it's impossible off of no evidence. But we still hold them at face value. An unexamined life is not worth living. If you do not question your life, why are you here right now? Why do you do the same thing every single day even though you know you shouldn't? Why do you spend hours and hours and hours on social media even though you hate it? What are you running from? Why do you get mad? Why do you get sad? Why do you blow up on people? These are all questions that the Lord prompted me to ask. And gave me the sight to see them. Because I used to be so angry all the time, and yet I had no idea why I was angry. I had no idea why I blew up on other people. I had no idea why I had so much hate in my heart that I could never sleep unless I was drunk. I had no idea. Well, the last thoughts in my head would be getting in a fight or something sexual before I just passed out because I couldn't stay awake any longer. I know some of you feel the same way when you go to bed and you get attacked by all the thoughts that you've been running away from all day. And you say, well, I do all my thinking at night. No, you don't. It's the first time you've thought all day, and that's why you cannot sleep, because every single thought from the whole entire day is going to attack you then. You need some time to breathe. You need some time to relax. When was the last time you did something that you enjoyed when you were younger? If you're looking for your gift, if you're looking for what you enjoy in life, it's going to be something you did when you were younger because that is the most innocent you have been in your whole entire life. That is when you did not care what anybody else told you what was cool or what was fun or what you should and should not do. You merely did the thing that you wanted to do. And that's what changes it all, is once you start doing the things he wants to do. And as you get closer to Christ, those things that you want to do will change. But you will be fulfilled in every aspect of your life. God bless you all again. Love you guys and thank you for watching.